Well, Parkies, welcome back. Not welcome back, more like welcome to a new series, all the country parks. Here we are at our first one. Well, we're not actually really in it yet. We're on Grange Road, the way to actually get to Jumbles. But basically, we're going to Jumbles, we're going to go around, and actually we've done quite a lot of filming here before, so it'll only be like, 3-minute, 4-minute video, probably something around that time. Still takes high effort to film. Basically, this part's good for us to film because it's actually right out on our doorstep. I'm not going to explain to you our step process because that's basically just revealing our information at that point, but it is right on our doorstep, one entrance to Grange Road at least, and all we have to do is walk a quite nice walk when you don't have to deal with all that going on, up to Grange Farm, and you head through that sort of thing with the two things that stick up.
Jumbles Reservoir was actually constructed within living memory, and the country park opened in 1973, which was only 2 years after the reservoir was finished, and Queen Elizabeth II came up here to open it. The boundaries seem to be a bit fluid. It's now owned by United Utilities, the water company. Previously it was like a joint venture between Lancashire and Greater Manchester, and there are 3 main car parks. Doesn't stop people using Grange Road, not entirely legally. And one of the car parks is on Chapeltown Road, which you'd have to get to by this footpath, but the most popular one is on the other side of the reservoir at Waterfold, which we'll see a bit later. And there's also a smaller one at the bottom of Horubin Road, which is historically quite interesting.
Hello again. Just wanted to touch on who actually owns the country park, because actually it doesn't belong to who you think. Despite the fact that the reservoir is in the middle, only tiny bits of, say, woodland and maybe even like 1% of path belongs to them. The rest of it just comes to either private investors or, people who live around here who man the country park themselves. Also, in terms of wildlife, we've actually seen stuff like stoats and deer around here.
Hello now. Jumbles Reservoir was constructed as a compensation reservoir to make sure that Bradshaw Brook kept flowing, and it was built on the site, over the site of Horubin Mill, which was a bleaching works. And as you go around, you can still see some old remnants of industrial usage of the site. I'm not quite sure what this is. It could be the base of an old chimney. I've never been quite sure.
Whatever it is,
just a concrete circle, or alternatively it might be something to do with the reservoir and it's not so old after all. I just don't know. But we'll see some more relics of the old mill site a bit further on. Hello, now this is Jumbles Sailing Club. You can't actually hire boats from here to go on the reservoir. You have to actually join the club, but I think it's, in normal circumstances, it's a fairly open membership policy. They're just saying here that they're going to have to restrict new membership for a while due to the COVID pandemic, but hopefully we'll be fully open again soon.
To be honest, I'm not too sad about those rowing boats. Last time we were in a rowing boat, that didn't go so well.
No. Hello, this is where Horubin Lane comes down towards the main path around the reservoir. As you can see, it's setted and cobbled, reflecting its past as the access route to the mill. Okay, as you can see, there's a small car park down here. This one doesn't tend to be used so much because people coming off Chapeltown Road don't know whether it's full or not. So,
Boo!
It's then have to drive back up the cobbles if there's no space here.
Scared you.
And here's a note about angling at Jumbles.
Enslave the fish.
Darwin Loyal Angling Club seem to have the rights here. Hello, this is Coffin Lodge. It's an old mill pond, and there are some large carp in here which are pretty easy to spot if the lighting conditions are good. Can't quite see any at the moment, but of course, there are some people fishing here at this moment in time. You've seen the carp here before, haven't you, Simon? He can't remember. Hello, this is the bridge at the top end of the reservoir. This bit is wholly in Lancashire, and this is a pinch point during the hot summers when the local youngsters ignore the warnings and go and enter the water here. The reservoir is apparently 75 feet deep in places, but it certainly isn't here, because you can often see people standing up and the water's only here up to their knees. So this is a shallow bit, but just on the other side of the bridge in the top end of the reservoir, there is some cliff diving takes place, so it must get deeper pretty quickly beyond the bridge.
Quick tip, don't try to swim in reservoirs or jump off bridges.
Good work, Simon. Yeah, those are the cliffs where the kids would jump off in the summer. Again, I reiterate, not to be recommended. Yeah. On the eastern side of the reservoir, you can actually leave the main track and follow a narrower footpath through the woods, and it will eventually come to the remains of the old mill race, which is still up here in part, and provides a more interesting alternative to walk sometimes. Perhaps a bit more chance of seeing some wildlife in the woods. Hello, you'll also find this loading ramp just to the side of the footpath to Walsh Fold, and this again is a remnant of the mill complex, but it's also a remnant of Simon's childhood. When he was a bit smaller, he used to run up here, run off the edge, and I'd catch him. He's far too big for that now. I've already got a dodgy back, and that would certainly make it worse, if not kill me altogether.
Yeah.
But I still love him.
So this is probably one of the nicest views on the whole reservoir, and it actually gives you the best view of the dam head, which is over that way. There.
Hello, we're here at the hub of the country park, the cafe and information centre. Although, to be honest, the information centre doesn't amount to much more than a couple of racks of leaflets in the porch. The headquarters of the warden service, which covers this area, actually at Great Barn at Rivington, but this is a lively cafe. Changes hands quite often, so don't trust the TripAdvisor reviews. Are not inaccurate, but they're not necessarily up to date. It is quite nice at the moment, and beyond that you'll see the toilet block.
And also the food from here, magnifique.
Hello, just pointing this out. This happened a few years back. The Water Authority decided to introduce car parking charges here, and there was such an outcry that they did a U-turn. So this, having put this machine up, it was never actually used. So
Absolute stupid decision.
It's just an eyesore.
That was. Hello everyone, welcome to my house. Over the seating spot, the dining spot. This is all my house. It's good for the rain. You do get quite a few people though that seem to just waltz right in here because it's like they say that there's no door. I mean, like, I don't believe them. Yeah, but in all seriousness, this is a good spot for if you want, you know, shelter from the rain.
Yeah, notice somebody's left their flask behind in the corner there.
Let's see if there's anything still drinkable in it.
The interesting thing is, as you can probably hear, there is something going on behind these rocks. I don't know if this is a natural water flow or some pump connected with the reservoir. Who knows? Oh, by the way, this is just off the main ramp path coming down from the cafe. We've got this rather nice cliff face. This is, if you're quiet enough, this is, I think, a good deer spotting place, but can't see any today. Right, Simon, so that was Jumbles Country Park. What would you give it out of 10?
So, I'm thinking a light to decent 8 on that one.
Okay.
Everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, you know, of course, leave a like. If you want to comment about it, then we'll probably read them. Yeah.
And subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe or. Oh, I accidentally started recording. Blooper.